Hello, this is NSS Hedgehog, and this is my co-host for today, Mini Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog!
Today we'll be looking at Ultimate Spider-Man Episode 3, Doom. It's titled this not because of the villain that's going to be in the episode, but because this series is doomed to not being very good. Episode 3 starts off with Peter reminding the audience about the status quo that was set up in the pilot. Obviously, he's just reminding the viewers who tried to forget that those two episodes were real. He next compares the lunch table of skaters to the Silver Surfer, and a table of jocks to the Hulk. What's the point of that? Was it just to fill screen time? Peter next begins saying how his lunch table prevents him from dealing with them, until he notices Sam, Nova's alter ego, is at his table getting buddy-buddy with MJ. Hey, you and MJ decided just to be friends in this series. You can't object to whom she hangs out with unless you're dating. Pete drags Sam into the hall to tell him to stay out of his personal life, to which Sam tells him he doesn't care. Coulson shows up to give them both detention. Peter is horrified he's actually getting detention, until he realizes that it's a cover for his team to get into action. The quintet is sent down transport tubes that S.H.I.E.L.D. magically had built there so quickly, and White Tiger is the only one who lands with grace. Now aboard the helicarrier that was stationed underwater, Spidey and Nova quickly begin arguing, while Fury sets up a training exercise for them.
Should have called it the bathroom. I just webbed my shorts.
Spidey? If impending danger causes you to web your shorts, you have serious problems. Webbs and Buckethead decide to see who can destroy 10 robots first, and when they end up tying, Fury informs them they were supposed to be doing a stealth exercise.
He said that? When did he say that?
Just cross the room without setting off any traps, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my oops.
Come on, step it up!
Yeah, you tell him. Very displeased with their lack of cooperation, the S.H.I.E.L.D. director says he was going to give them a mission, but now has them clean up the training room instead for team building. While White Tiger protests, the five fools begin their cleanup. After the chore, Spotty tells his teammates that in his year of solo work, he's caught 8 supervillains, half of which were the Fractal 4 from the pilot. White Tiger gets an idea and suggests they go after a villain on S.H.I.E.L.D.'s most wanted list to prove their worth. She decides on someone within their skill level, Lady Porcupine. Not sure if villain is made up or just very, very obscure. Spotty declares that a boring task, suggesting Nova take her on solo. This angers the human rocket, and he thinks it'd be better if he went after number 1 on the list, Dr. Doom. The web-slinger provides some vague info on Doom, and highly doubts Nova would stand a chance. Buckethead leads the male team members onto a S.H.I.E.L.D. jet of some sort, and Spotty tells the audience now's the time for him to be responsible and dissuade Nova from going after Doom.
Yeah, maybe next life.
Spidey? What about with great power comes great responsibility? Jeez, Uncle Ben's got to be turning in his grave. White Tiger is able to realize this is a terrible idea due to her lack of testosterone, but Spidey is able to trick her on board. When they near Latveria, Doom's homeland, Nova flies off to get a head start on the action. The remaining 4 heroes soon witness some lovely fireworks, and then realize they are just explosions caused by Nova. They all reach the ground and easily trash some robots. However, Dr. Doom himself soon shows up, declaring his face will be the last one they ever see, even though he's wearing a mask. After the fight begins, Doom gains the upper hand with just 2 attacks, causing Spidey to reach a new low with this pun.
We're doomed.
After our heroes dodge some more of Doom's attacks, Nova charges the Latverian king, causing Spidey to do the same. Despite White Tiger's insult and Iron Fist agreeing with her,
Stupidest boys ever. As a boy, I second that.
the 2 twits actually manage to defeat Dr. Doom.
What?
I know, it's like I have an easier time believing Squirrel Girl defeated Dr. Doom. While Nova gloats, the wall crawler webs up Dr. Doom, declaring the first one back with Doom gets dinner with Fury.
So, how's your day, Nicholas?
Doom demands a banana split.
Oh, hush you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it'd be like having dinner with Nick Fury and Dr. Doom. Back on the helicarrier, the SHIELD director asks Coulson where the 5 main characters are, only to have the secret agent principal freak out about the school's budget. Spidey shows up, thrilled to show Fury his catch. Despite Nova trying to take the credit, the webhead unveils Dr. Doom, hoping to get a jetpack as a reward. Thoroughly enraged, Fury states that Doom let himself be captured, and then the Latvian ruler reveals that the Doom that they captured is actually a super powerful 6-in-1 special Doom bot.
Did anyone else see this playing out differently? Like, with me getting a jetpack? No!
The Doombots scatter throughout the helicarrier, splitting up the team. Spidey and Nova try to blame each other, causing Cage and Fist to say they're both at fault for starting the mess, or that they're all at fault for letting it go this far. Eventually, one of the Doombots destroys an engine, causing the helicarrier to begin falling. Fury mentions that's nothing compared to the nuclear explosion that will happen if the helicarrier's core is wrecked. Fortunately for New York, the wall crawler comes up with a plan. He convinces Nova to go outside and stabilize the helicarrier, while he and the other 3 teenaged heroes join up to destroy the Doombots they were fighting and get to the core. Just as the main Doombot is about to blow up the core, Nova flies in to absorb the robot's energy blast.
Nova!
Oh, now you care about him. Spidey and the rest of his team manage to destroy the Doombot. Then they all lay down, exhausted. Next, Fury begins yelling out an angry lecture to the teens.
I will personally blah 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 blah.
This goes on for like 5 minutes, so let's check me rocking a jetpack again.
Enough.
No one cares about you getting a stupid jetpack, Spidey. The webhead attempts to apologize, but Fury states that the one responsible for the whole ordeal is off the team. Spidey finally decides to take responsibility and says it was his fault, but every other member declares the same thing. Thus, Mr. Eyepatch lets it slide this one time. However, Doom hacks the helicarrier's video screens to warn them never to cross him again, or they will suffer unspeakable consequences. Nova gets PO'd and flies off to get back at the dictator, causing the other 4 to go after him and hopefully actually stop him this time. That's the end of episode 3. Gee, where to start with its flaws? Spidey is a moron. His fantasies are childish and ridiculous, and thus annoying. Plus, his decisions are terrible, lacking in his normal, brilliant, quick thinking. Nova is a jerk and an all-around tool, while White Tiger is a major goody two-shoes. However, Luke Cage and Iron Fist are portrayed pretty well, both being responsible and likable. Fury is quite true to character, even as a kid-friendly version. Plus, Dr. Doom worked well as a villain in this episode, even though he wasn't there much. So, despite the major flaws with Spidey and half of his team, there's still a little bit of good characterization. Deciding my final score is tough, but ultimately I give it a 1.5 out of 5. Its saving grace being the little bits of Cage, Fist, Fury, and Doom. Still, when the titular character is an idiotic goofball instead of a witty average Joe with superpowers, the character isn't being written properly. That's all for now. Stay tuned for next time when we finally get a usual Spider-Man villain in on the action.
Hey kids, take care.
You know, with the Frightful Four, a Mole-Man-esque Doc Ock, a team dynamic, and now Dr. Doom, it's almost like the creators wanted to make a Fantastic Four cartoon, but had to go with Spider-Man because he's more popular.
I just webbed my shorts.
Alright, we're making progress.